version of the film. I have three versions of this film. I have the original Criterion Blu-ray, which I pre-ordered when it came out. I think I paid full price for this. And then I also bought the Showa era collection, the Godzilla Showa era collection, which has 1954 all the way to 1975 Terror of Mechagodzilla. So I have that, and I also have the 4K version that was just released by Criterion. I found this at Bookman's in Mesa, and I wanted to. I was unsure about getting it at first, but I looked at it and I realized, I want to see what 1954 looks like in 4K. So I was very happy to find this. It looks similar to the original, but it's bulkier, as you can tell. So yeah, I've had this movie multiple times. I believe the first time I had it was when Toho Media Classics released Gojira, and that was back in I think 2006. I pre-ordered that as well, but I ended up giving my copy of Gojira away to my sister-in-law, so she has my copy. And yeah, I didn't keep that one. I probably should have, but with DVDs, unfortunately, they have disc rot and all kinds of problems, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it to keep the DVDs because they become obsolete and just they fade after time. But with the Blu-rays, I haven't really had any problems with them or the 4K. So, but then again, I just got the 4K, so I can't really say that. So, I still need to watch it though. I know that Toho recently did a re-release of 1954 with in 4K. So I'm hoping that that's the version that's on the Criterion collection. So it'll be a first time for me watching this and on 4K. So that'll be nice. Speaking of 4K, I bought the Shin Godzilla 4K collection from the Godzilla store. I bought that, and the Shin Godzilla 4K collection is really awesome because it's the basically the Japanese collection only. Hey Trey, welcome Trey. Um, I'm just talking about things I've purchased recently. This is one of them, the Godzilla 1954 4K collection. I have three versions of this film. I have this one, and then I also have the original. And then, yeah, I was saying that, welcome, Trey, and thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have a bunch of Godzilla toys as well. I thought I'd bring some of them outside. I may as well show you my first one. This is the first one I got when I was a kid. This is the Imperial Godzilla. I got him a long time ago when I was about 8 years old. I got him, and yeah, I've had him forever. So he's been a big part of my life. Longest lasting Godzilla toy I've had. I've had him for a while too. I don't know if he's technically considered a Sophobie, but I got him from a comic store in Atomic Comics, and he actually is legit made in Japan. I can hopefully show you guys if I bring the camera a little bit closer. Let's see if you can see it. No, it's too dark out, and it's ingrained in his foot, so you can't really see it. But yeah, he was made in Japan, so I have that. Hi, Sophia. Welcome, Sophia. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Godzilla channel. My name is Valen Quill, and if you haven't met me before, I am the Gothic Godzilla man. I do Godzilla reviews, I do Godzilla edits, I give retrospectives. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up, Scott? Yeah, I'm streaming at 1040 because I'm Vampire Man. I'm a freaking vampire. Ah, ah. But yeah, no, yeah, that's I'm streaming at night. I know it's a little late, and I don't know how many people are up at this late at night, but I work the night shifts now at Safeway. I'm doing night shifts, and I only have time to come on live either in the early morning or late at night. So, oh, welcome, Slim Fat Boy. Yeah, yeah, big Godzilla fan. Big Godzilla fan. Have been since I was 8 years old. But yeah, no, I was talking about the 4K collection. This is the 4K remake. Oh, do they? DJ stream late too? Heck, I didn't know that. Yeah, no, I just like yeah, I don't think I talked to you about that, Scott. I got a new job. I'm not caregiving anymore. I'm now doing Safeway. So, it's caregiving was just it was a little too much for me, but I'm not here to talk about my personal life, but yeah, that's the reason why I've been streaming late at night. So, I stream late at night now, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, but yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Valen Quill, the Gothic Godzilla man, and yeah, I do Godzilla streams. I do Godzilla games. I make Godzilla edits. At first my channel, I wanted to do something different, and I started out with poetry, and then it evolved into the Godzilla channel. So, but yeah, no. Oh, welcome, Brianna. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to the channel. It's a pleasure to meet you, and feel free to ask me any questions if you have questions about Godzilla or anything. I'll answer them. So, yeah, as you can tell, yeah. Well, man, I'm so terrible. I don't think I told you guys, but I pre-ordered the what was it? Oh god, and I felt kind of like sick in my stomach for doing this, but I pre-ordered three Godzilla Death-A-Reals. I pre he's not a Death-A-Real, he's an Eggmon. There's a company called Easy Hobby. Oh yeah, no, heck yeah. Yeah, that's why I love the original 1954 film because it was serious and it wasn't like comedic. It was about horror, and that's why I loved it so much because of its horror aspects. And it kind of got goofy in the 70s, but they went back to the dark path in the 80s, which I really was a big fan of. But yeah, no, I bought what was it? I bought Eggmon, a Mega Eggmon of Burning Godzilla. So he's probably gonna be. He looks like one of those big head Godzilla toys that I have that you guys have seen, and but he's gonna be about his size. So he's gonna have a massive head, and his dorsal plates are gonna be on fire. So, and it's Burning Godzilla, and yeah, yeah. I need a Godzilla nerd patch. I don't have any Godzilla patches. Um, I don't have. I have pens. I have enamel pens. I have a crap ton of Godzilla enamel pens. So, but yeah, mainly, yeah, I've been collecting more Godzilla toys that I probably shouldn't collect, but that's what I do because I'm a big Godzilla fan. Have been for a long time. And but one of the two collaborations that they have done recently is with Neon Genesis Evangelion, and they did a cross between Ava Unit 1 and Godzilla. Excuse me, sorry, voice is run out of air. But they did a combination of Godzilla with an Ava unit from Evangelion. They did the big ones, but I don't care for them. The 30 centimeters are okay, but the Deferils, like they put a lot of time and effort into them, and they're just kind of creepy looking, like not your standard Godzilla toy. So, but I really cannot wait till those come out. So, and I can't wait to show you all those. They're going to be so awesome, especially if you're a big fan of Evangelion or if you like Neon Genesis Evangelion. I watched it when I was probably about 19, 18 years old. So I was a big fan of Evangelion. Still am a big fan of Evangelion. And I even liked Shin Godzilla. So, because, Hideaki Anno directed the film. So, oh, yeah, I did, Scott. I did see that they're making Godzilla comics doing crossovers with, I think, Marvel. They did a crossover with DC with Legendary Godzilla. So I'm actually really curious to see how that turns out. I know that Godzilla fused with Venom, and that's really cool. I would like to see him, as a symbiote Godzilla. That would be rad. So I think it's really cool that they did that. Definitely. So I gotta check those out though. But like maybe wait for the entire collection to come out, and when it's like a compendium or an omnibus, I would definitely buy that then they had all the Godzilla Marvel comics. And there's another Godzilla comic book I need to get that someone was talking to me about on a TikTok channel, talking to me about. They did a Return of Godzilla comic book for based off of the Return of Godzilla film, and it was published by Dark Horse. And I think that was before their first like Godzilla mainline comic series. They did Return of Godzilla first, and that was a great. I need to get that like the whole collection, but I think it's like selling for like $80. So oh well, you know some of them are just super expensive. But yeah, no, my collection is just getting bigger and bigger, and I'm running out of room too. And it doesn't help that we're moving soon, so that's going to be around the table. That's going to be on the table, so that we're going to be moving. And I keep buying collectibles, and my wife's like, "Don't do that, because you're just gonna have to pack them up." And I'm like, "I know, but if I don't buy them now, then they're gonna sell out." Although X Plus has been pretty good. X Plus has been pretty good about doing reissues. It's Easy Hobby that does the Omega Beast. They do not. They do very few re-releases, or they just do variants. But and Easy Hobby is fairly new to the business. They've been doing it, I think, since 2017. The Godzilla figures, and Kay and Lin, the guy that sculpts the models, he's amazing. Just like his art, his style for burning Godzilla. You guys have seen it in my shorts. I showed a picture of it. He's going to be about 27 meters or 27 inches high. He's going to be a super big Godzilla toy. And the dorsal fins are translucent. They look like lava. So I got the big one, and then I also got the bobblehead one. Well, he's not a bobblehead. He's a big head. The big head. So big head Godzilla. Gonna get him. I can't wait for that. And because I'm a big fan of the Heisei Godzilla series. Big fan of it. Been watching it since I was a kid. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Give me a second, folks. But yeah, no. What was I talking about? I forgot. It's getting late. Probably should be going to bed soon. But I just wanted to do a live because I haven't done one for a while. Done one in a while, so and I said I was gonna release my Terror Mecha Godzilla review, and that never happened. So, and it's just been chaotic, guys. It's just been very chaotic recently. So, I was usually on top of it when I made my Godzilla reviews, but yeah. Oh, thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, 1954 and toys. Getting more Godzilla toys. My entire room is going to be filled with Godzilla toys, and I'm just running out of room. And Evangelion, and Gamera, and whatever else. I've got a bunch of stuff. Games, movies, I got it all. I collect a bit of everything. I got vinyl records too. I think I've shown you all my vinyl collection, but yeah, I collect everything. So I'm a jack of all trades in the collector world. And it's not just Godzilla. I have other things too. It's just I gravitate towards Godzilla the most out of all the stuff that I like because I love Spawn, I love Batman, I love uh, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I love Hellsing. I like a lot of many different things, but like I said, I gravitate towards Godzilla the most because Godzilla has been a big part of my life since I was a kid. So that's why I have so many Godzilla toys. You'll see more Godzilla in my house than anything else. Nothing else. It's just mainly Godzilla, and yeah, I think maybe, yeah, I don't think I really have collectibles of anything else. Just Godzilla. It's, I think I have one Dracula statue, and that's from Castlevania the anime. But most of it is just Godzilla figures. I've been collecting Godzilla forever. So, and I kicked myself in the butt for this because I used to have the Godzilla Bandai collection from Japan where it had the little tag attached to it. I had one of GMK and of Final Wars, and they were actually really, really nice looking Godzilla figures because it was straight from Bandai Japan. And I had one of Godzilla 2000 as well. I got rid of him like a dope. But, you win some, you lose some. Plus, moving sucks. Oh, man. But yeah, no. Big collection. 1954, best Godzilla film ever created. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest Godzilla films. It was the first film to start it. And the most impactful with a deeper message. Yeah, exactly, Scott. That's exactly the way collecting goes. I told myself, oh, I wasn't going to buy another X Plus figure. And what did I do? I bought another X Plus figure. Oh, I told me that the gigantic statue was going to be the last one. What do? I buy three more Def Reels. It's really bad. Really freaking bad. Um, yeah, because I have a few of them coming. I have the Neon Genesis Evangelion, both of Asuka's Ava unit and Shinji's Ava unit. And then I also have the Mega Eggman of Burning Godzilla coming. And then I have Mecha Godzilla Reveal version coming. So quite a bit of collecting. So if you haven't checked out Fresh Final, Rich Iso, he was pretty much a big inspiration to me. He is one of the him and Leslie Chambers are like two of the best and the biggest Godzilla collectors in the business. Pikachu costume and a taser. What the heck? Yeah, you're funny. You're funny, Rogue Gunfighter. All right, here's what he said. Okay, so hear me out. Halloween is coming. Pikachu costume with a taser. What, like Smosh? That sounds like something Smosh would do. Like when they did their early videos, their Pokemon videos. I loved Smosh back in the day when they did Pokemon in real life. That's what it made me think of Pro Gunfighter. I automatically thought of Pokemon in real life. Oh, hey, let's try to keep PG around here, okay? That sounds even better. Like Kiryu. Totally something I would do. Make a costume out of duct tape and just I don't know. Do something funny like that. Be original. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good, Gunfighter. I'm just trying to keep it PG on here because there's I have younger viewers as well. I don't know if any of my younger viewers are watching tonight. Probably not. But still, it's good to keep I want to keep a good image. I don't want people to think I'm a weirdo, even though I look like a weirdo, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense. Oh, great, there's people across the road. Quiet. Jesus is the way and truth and life. Agreed, agreed, agreed. But here we're here talking about Godzilla, Agent 64. If you're a big Godzilla fan, then this is the channel to be. Welcome. So, we talk about Godzilla on this channel, talk about Kaiju, Tokusatsu in general. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Talk about, what else do we talk about? Yeah, just mainly Tokusatsu. So if you like Gamera, if you like Godzilla, anything like that. Oh, yeah. See, that sucks. Not very interested with the weeds with Godzilla lore. The weeds? Yeah, it's mainly what my channel consists of. It's just basically a Godzilla channel. I don't do power scaling or any of that. That's just not something I do. I'm not big into the power scaling, guys. If you have seen all that stuff about power scaling, seeing who's bigger and badder, I just don't do it. It's just I'm here to talk about the character. And occasionally I'll talk about Beetlejuice or Tim Burton. Sometimes I'll mention Tim Burton. I'll talk about Tim Burton. So autocorrect is killing me. Oh, you're good. You're good, Rogue Gunfighter. You're good. But yeah, no, I talk about other things occasionally, but very rarely you'll see. I think I did a review for Knuckles, and I also did one for Beetlejuice. And I thought about doing Sleepy Hollow, like a retrospective, and why I love the films. Why I love Sleepy Hollow, why I love, a lot of Tim Burton's films. But oh yeah, if I was to pick a Godzilla timeline, what would be my favorite? That's a good question. Um, that's a good question, Scott. I would say the Heisei universe. I'd say the 1980s to the 1990s. Oh, you're good, Rogue Gunfighter. You're totally good. You're totally fine. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, big fan of the Heisei universe, and that is from 1984 all the way to 1995. So in the first one, Godzilla was an anti-hero. Well, he wasn't even a hero. He was just an asshole. Excuse my language. I ruined it. Sorry, guys. Bad language, not appropriate. Excuse me. He was a jerk. He was a very naughty monster. He was a very naughty monster, and he was very aggressive, very ferocious, very fierce. And then he kind of mellowed out when he had Baby Godzilla. He mellowed out when he had Baby Godzilla and Junior. So you got to see the dark side of him, the parental side of him, and you got to see him in his final form and his final demise. So I would say, yeah, Heisei it had a lot of story building. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla could have been way better, in my honest opinion. That was the worst of the series. I thought Godzilla vs. Mothra, the remake, was better than Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, no, I would say the Heisei universe is definitely my favorite. It's what I grew up with. It's what really got me into the franchise. Like I saw the '60s movies and they were great and all, but I don't know, just something about Godzilla being a raging machine of destruction and chaos. Just it was a little. I liked it a little bit more than the '60s Godzilla, where he was a childhood icon, and he was basically turned into Gamera. So, which is Gamera back then. I'll just be honest, Gamera back then sucked. Like it was so bad. I tried to sit down and watch all the original Gamera films, and they were just so hokey, so corny, and just Kenny. Um, or I think his name is Toshio in the original film. Toshio was just so annoying, so whiny. I did not like uh, and it's nothing against the actor. I heard that the actor that played him came to G Fest, and that's super awesome. That is great. But I just didn't like the Gamera films, like the early ones. Even Shusuke Kaneko hated them. Like he wasn't a big fan of them. He's like, I wanted to turn Gamera into something it wasn't, epic and dark, and that's what he did. Like Gamera Guardian of the Universe, one of the darkest kaiju films, I'd say. I mean, you see gore, you see blood, you see all kinds of stuff in that film. You don't see any of that in any of the Godzilla films. There's no blood, there's no gore, there's nothing like that. So they're pretty tame compared to the Gamera films. But the Gamera trilogy, you saw a lot of um, action, a lot of kaiju action. So I definitely recommend those. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the edgy Godzilla and edgy Gamera. So just a big fan of them in general. I just liked the way they made Gamera look. So, out of curiosity, exactly how many times has Tokyo been destroyed? I would think that now they would have declared Godzilla a nuisance. For real. They even make a joke about that, and there's a cartoon series on YouTube called Ava Abridged, and it's a spoof off of Neon Genesis Evangelion. And he's like, attention, warning everyone, this will be Monster Attack 207. Why are you still here? Run for your lives! It's funny. I butchered it completely, but you get the point. Like they've been attacked a dozen times, or at least 200 times, because not just Godzilla, Gamera, freaking Gamera's attacked Tokyo, Godzilla's attacked Tokyo, Mothra's attacked Tokyo. Like Japan just can't catch a break. They got every single kaiju that hates them, except for Zilla. Zilla didn't try to. He just tried to destroy Australia. So, but yeah, no, freaking like Japan cannot catch a break. Just Mothra, Gamera, Godzilla, Gyaos, just like Rodan. Ah, I would not want to be in Japan right now. It's like, ooh, man, with all those freaking kaiju sightings. And then King Ghidorah. Yeah, right. Yeah, that they've had years of experience. Scott, I hear in real life they actually clean up fast after natural disasters. Ah, but no, it's sad about the tsunamis. That is sad, but they are awesome. They do know how to take care of themselves. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I noticed that. It was about big monsters back in the day. Now it's just about anime. And the only anime I really like is just like the deep philosophical stuff, like with Neon Genesis. It talks about depression and, you know, very dark topics that, a lot of people can't handle. And that's why I enjoyed it. I loved it because it was, it messed with your mind. Even the original ending for the show, a lot of people hated, but I still enjoyed it. Like, it was Shinji coming to terms with his life sucking. So, Okay, that's creepy. Either that's a coyote or that is a rabbit. You hear a lot of creepy stuff out here. You know, I need to watch Death Note. I need to sit through and watch Death Note. I haven't had a chance to, and it's something I would like to do is sit down and watch Death Note. You know, for Light and all of the characters. I want to sit down through Uzumaki as well because I like dark anime. I just like dark anime in general. Like, and I also like Japanese horror stories. Like, I don't know if you all saw the previews for Hill F. Silent Hill F looks amazing, and it takes place in '60s Japan, and it's very horror esque and very. It reminds me a lot of the Japanese horror films from the '60s, like Kaiden, and there's Kaiden. There was the Snow Woman. There was the Ghost Yoshimatsu or Yoshiatsu. I can't remember. I might be mispronouncing it, but I just love ghost stories. So definitely looking forward to Silent Hill F. I hope it's good. You know, a lot of people are saying have mixed feelings about it because the combat's a little clunky, but I don't know. I'm still gonna give it a shot. I probably should go inside because there's coyotes yelling. So probably should wrap it up for the night. But thank you all for joining, and I appreciate it. Rogue Gunfire, I appreciate you joining the chat. Thank you so much. And uh, Scott, it was good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, everyone that's been a part of my channel, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna still upload Godzilla content. I've got a 1954 edit that I'm going to upload, and probably just gonna be doing edits for now, temporarily. So just to give you guys a heads up. So thank you, and if you haven't, welcome to the Kaiju Madness. I'm Valen Quill, signing off.